Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Look what we've got here. Look what we've got here. Or maybe I should say, look what we don't have here. Yeah. What is up, you guys? And welcome back to another video. Now I do apologize for this slightly different background. Basically upstairs filled with boxes right now and other shit, so I'm just gonna record down here. It's very, very stereotypical men's fashion blogger layout. I'm looking at you, Sanj. I'm looking at you, okay? So, first of all, a couple things. Two things, actually. One, I guess, is I don't really have any hair. So basically, what happened is I spent the last many moons just growing my hair, growing really long. And then I thought, it'd be a great idea right now to just fuck my life up. Take it next level and just fuck it up. So if you saw my last video, I basically went from this kind of hair to this kind of hair. And then now I went to this kind of hair. My beautiful, beautiful locks are all gone. I guess it's pretty hard to fuck it up even more. Of course, I have got this still, which I can't really get away from, but I'll just have to live with that. I basically just fell into a routine with my old hair, and I thought, time to spruce it up a bit, change things around, and just take the whole thing off. Clean cut. I do kind of regret it. Not because I think it looks bad, but because I need to shoot my lookbook for the new collection. So I kind of fucked up, not gonna lie. However, I did get almost 32,000 likes on this picture up here. So I guess it was kind of worth it actually. Just for that extra clout. Just made it just about worth it. That was the first thing. The second thing is that the new collection is dropping very soon. And that's why I haven't been doing any videos, planning, fulfillment stuff. All that kind of bajazzle. It should be dropping very soon, so stay tuned on this channel. Without further ado, let's get into the pros and cons of getting the buzz cut. So starting off with the pros, it's just there, or it's just not there. Basically, you don't have any hair, you don't have any problems, no products, no problems, no bad hair days, always the same, it always looks the same. Fair enough, you kind of have to cut it every 2 weeks or so to keep it short and not get super fluffy. But when you do, life gets so much easier. You'll wake up, you'll go have a shower, and you'll dry in a matter of seconds. You're ready to go out, ready to go listen to some hard techno. It's kind of like Steve Jobs, who only wears one type of clothes. It's just like one less variable take of your life. A lot of the times I've shaved my head or I've gone for the buzz cut where I've had larger things happening in my life where I didn't want to have that extra variable or extra thing to take attention. So I simply just cut my hair off. I guess that's the definition of a midlife crisis almost. When there's too many things on your plate and you just fucking shave your head. That's it, guys. My midlife crisis came early. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, it is basically that there is nothing there. It's always there, but it's never there. And it's just a lot more easy, and there's one less thing to think about. Now, the bad thing about this is that when you've got like lights up here, or like the sun is reflecting from your shiny head, not a good look. Not a good look. The next good thing about having a buzz cut is that you look tough as fuck. Tough as fuck. Very, very simple. I mean, old ladies will literally cross the street by spotting your shiny egghead in the distance. It doesn't matter if you're fucking 10 meters or 100 meters away. They'll spot that little glimpse of reflection in your scalp and they'll just simply fucking cross the street. Jokes aside, if you have fairly strong facial characteristics, or traits, then they're gonna look even stronger, I'd say. So you have a bit of a sharper jawline maybe, your cheekbones might be more prominent, and it's also just a lot more streamlined. Now in my case that is fairly bad because I've already got a fairly big nose, and then having the shaved head just makes it look a lot fucking bigger. It's fucking huge, mate. So I guess that's a bad thing for me when it comes to the whole shaved head, is that my nose now just looks fucking massive. Before you'd have hair on top to kind of hide it a bit, but now it's just fucking full frontal, nostril, nose. A good thing about having stronger facial characteristics though is that now I don't get called a lesbian anymore, which is pretty cool. The next thing is confidence. So, in my opinion, it's one of the coolest things seeing people with shaved heads or buzz cuts having like really good confidence with their haircut, kind of making it into their character almost. For a lot of people, it's a very daunting thing to take on, but for the people who really rock it, it's one of the coolest things in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying I rock it and I feel like $1,000,000, but I'm kind of getting used to it. The more you get used to it, the more confident you feel. And it feels really good. In addition to this, it also makes you look older, more mature, and What's the last one? Makes you look older, more serious, and more mature. Girls either love it or hate it. Some people just love that more serious look, more strong look, whereas some people like that more soft look, more boyish look. But there's one thing that every single girl loves and guy loves, and that's just rubbing the head. Now that's not a sexual or inappropriate joke. This is a Christian PG channel, so please leave offensive comments away from the comment section. In all seriousness, stroking your head, fucking hell, I need to stop these. What do you say? Fine, stroking your head. Like, stroking your head is so nice, like such a good feeling. So I could do this every day. I could stroke my head every day, boys. The last and fourth on this list is how it makes some clothes look. In my opinion, some clothes look a lot cooler if you have a shaved or buzz cut, where if you have hair, it might be a bit more muted or a bit more toned down. So I definitely feel like when you've got a shaved head, you kind of almost have to rely on your style to really pull off clothes, and you learn a lot more. Whereas if you have hair, it's very easy to just go, well, my hair is special, so I'm just gonna have this hoodie or this t-shirt or whatever it is. Obviously, this goes both ways, and I'll talk more about that in the cons of getting a buzz cut. So moving into the bad things about having a buzz cut or a skinhead or a shaved head. This hurts my heart, but it is a fairly deviant haircut. It's not a very normal haircut to get, and it's definitely a haircut that a lot of young people get, and a lot of people don't really see it that attractive. They see it a bit as a weird thing, and it's kind of a haircut that is embraced by these different kind of subcultures. So one of the main subcultures people might associate you with, at least if you're a Caucasian white male, would be that you're a skinhead. Skinhead, you know, bomber jackets, Doc Martens boots, American History X, which is obviously in majority of cases never the case. There's all these kind of bad subcultures around the whole skinhead and the whole shaved head or buzz cut. That's why it might be a very deviant haircut, and definitely not something for everyone. You'll get some weird comments and some weird looks on public transport. Some people really like that attention. Some people would rather be without it. Lastly, you might not look very friendly. Don't necessarily look very, what do you say? You don't look very friendly or welcoming, maybe. Do I look welcoming now? This is my good profile. That's my bad profile. Good. Bad. Good. Bad. The next con is if your head is fucked, mate. Your head is fucked. This is something that you don't really know if it's gonna be the case until you actually just go for it. It's kind of when you go for it that you realize these things about your head that you didn't really realize before because you had hair. My main thing is that I feel like my head's a bit pointy. I feel like hairline, top of my head. Hairline, top of my head. Like, it's probably that much of a difference, and it just goes up into a fucking pointy little egg. That's one of the things. The second thing is I feel like the back of my head looks really flat. I don't think that my head is super fucked. I definitely think that it's a big risk shaving your head because your head might be fucked. It might have some weird fucking indents or whatever, and that's probably one of the weirdest things about having a shaved head in the beginning, that you realize all these different imperfections or different traits or how your head actually looks or feels like. So yeah, I'm a proud egg. That your hair is pretty much fucked for 3 months. If you don't like it, then you're pretty fucked. You can't really do anything. And for you to go from having very short hair to suddenly growing it out, you need to go through that middle stage, which is very awkward, where all your hair just grows the same length, and it's really shit, in my opinion. Or you'll go through stages like this and like this, where your hair just goes, and it's not really cool. In addition to this, it is also a bit shit because you can't really style buzzed hair, so you can't go really slick back, or you can't go to the side or side parting. You can't really do anything, so it's very samey, and you always have to have the same look almost. There's nothing you can kind of change about it. You can, of course, get a fucking eyebrow slit, which I wouldn't recommend, but you know, some people are dumb enough to get that shit. And last but not least is that some clothes might look really fucking shit. Because you don't have any hair to kind of contrast, it's like you've got 30 centimeters of just extra skin, just like a foot of extra skin. There's no contrast if it's very short or if you've got fair hair. Some people have 30 centimeters of skin some other places. I can't really talk about that. But there's no like real contrast, and it might be harder to wear stuff like floral colors or lighter colors. Let's say I want to wear this floral shirt. It might look a bit weird just having floral shirt and this buzz cut. If I had hair on top, then there'd be a bit more contrast, it'd look a bit cooler maybe. So I often find that lighter colors, pastel colors might not work as well for a short haircut, whereas it might work a lot better if you have a lot longer hair. As I said earlier, you also can't really wear stuff like bomber jackets or Doc Martens because you'll immediately get put in that kind of skinhead category almost. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are my pros and my cons for a skinhead or a buzz cut. I'm not gonna tell you guys to buzz it or not to buzz it. I don't want anyone's like angry parents writing emails saying, "Oh, Magnus, you made my son cut all the hair off." None of that. These are just some of my pros and cons, why I like it and why I dislike it. Now, I've done it 3 times now. I went from fairly long hair to suddenly going really short hair 3 times in my life. And looking back, I often tend to do it if I'm at like a standstill in life or like a creative block, or I want some extra freedom or time. And I also feel like it changes a lot of things in terms of what you dress, what you view stuff, how you carry yourself, how you style yourself. So it's nice to have that kind of break up in your life all of a sudden. As I said earlier, I guess this is my existential midlife crisis, aka being a teenager. Actually, I'm 21 soon. I'm not a fucking teenager. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Let me know what you think of this lovely jubbly haircut. Let me know if you've ever tried shaving or getting a buzz cut. And that's it. As I said, I'll be back with you guys very soon with the whole collection and the collection video. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.